We have a major success. We have a major success. I know I say the same thing every year, but it's going to be the biggest year in the company history.
Well, I just wish that Ridge could enjoy it more.
Well, he seems to be doing all right.
He's dying inside. The phone call from Taylor was not what he needed right now.
I just hope he doesn't lose his head over this.
What do you mean?
Well, he's vulnerable. He's really very vulnerable at this moment.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you at the press conference. Please. All right, listen up here, listen up. We did it. And we did it as a family. I want to thank you, all of you. Our first men's line, and you were all a part of it. Yes. All right. Let's go meet the press, and then I have a big announcement to make. Congratulations to one and all. Thank you.
So, how are you holding up?
I'm doing great. Couldn't be better. I'm gonna celebrate tonight. Nothing's gonna stop me now. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Ridge, come on. The reporters are waiting.
All my life it was like that. Sometimes it started with his drinking, like last night. Other times he would just attack me with no rhyme, no reason. There was no consistent pattern. That's what made it so maddening, never knowing when he was going to turn on me. Year after year. That's how it was with him, even in my earliest memories. I remember once... Taylor.
I'm sorry.
You're not paying attention.
No, I wasn't.
He was thinking about Ridge.
No, please go on with what you were saying.
Taylor, you cannot help me if you're unable to focus.
I will focus. Let's just continue.
No. We're going to talk about you first. You're of no use to me until we resolve this.
Oh, they're here.
Mr. Forrester, we're just about ready to begin.
Oh, okay, John, thanks. Why don't you just get everybody together then? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We're just about ready to begin the press conference.
Time to lob a few grenades. I'll get rid of those smiles.
Actually, that's tissue linen, and it's made from Belief. We're going to feature that this spring and all through the summer.
Oh, Mr. Forrester.
Mr. Forrester. Yes. Mr. Forrester.
Your collection was dazzling, Eric. But there seem to be no rules, no boundaries. Everything coexists. Would you care to comment on that?
Well, there are no limits this year, that's for sure. We're trying to fulfill everybody's fantasies and dreams.
Oh, Mr. Forrester. Mr. Forrester.
Esther.
Thank you, Eric. You promised us shorter lengths, and you certainly came through. What about this schoolgirl look? Do you think it really has lasting power?
I think it's going to last through '94 for sure. We think it's a very exciting look. It's very popular.
Well, now, let's admit the truth. Ridge and Eric thought they'd have some good, innocent fun. You know, those childlike little dresses and those little tiny skirts.
Speaking of innocence, Mrs. Forrester, what's the real story with you and Sally Spectra?
There's no story.
You telling us you're friends?
No, I'm not telling you anything. I don't even think about her.
What did you think of the Armando collection?
We didn't get much of a chance to look at it, really.
No, actually, we were too busy with the showing.
Why did you decide to showcase a Spectra designer?
Look, we have limited amount of time here for this. If you have any questions about our spring collection, we'd love to answer them.
I do. I want to know who came up with the brilliant idea for a men's collection.
Actually, that was Brooke.
Yes, that was my idea, but of course, it was Ridge's collection, and it was fabulous, wasn't it?
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Where's your beautiful wife, Ridge? We didn't see her out there today.
Taylor's out of the country.
During one of your showings? That's a little odd.
Where's your wife, Joe?
Not out of the country.
Well, I would be if I were her. Excuse me, Dad, I want to... before the photographers do all their thing here, I have an announcement to make. We're having a party at the house tonight for everyone involved with the show. Especially all of our good friends at the American Film Institute. You are all invited. I'm sorry, no cameras will be allowed. But plan to stay late and bring a designated driver because we're going to do it up right, this time Hollywood style, and you know what that means.
Ridge, you wouldn't have done that. You're going to have half of L.A. there.
The more the merrier, Dad. I do intend to make merry tonight.
There's nothing for me to resolve, James.
Of course there is. Your mind's been wandering all morning long. You're absolutely no use to me this way.
Maybe I should just take a walk.
Now, maybe you should take an airplane ride.
No! We are not leaving until we finished our work here. I didn't come all this way and spend all this time just to quit. It's out of the question.
Then open up to me. Tell me what's bothering you. Please let me help you, Taylor. God knows you've done enough for me. Please tell me what it is that's weighing so heavily on you.
I'm worried about my marriage. I may be losing Ridge.
Put the word out, guys. I'm having a bash at my place, and we are gonna raise some hell! Yes! All right, I got one for you. How many Californians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I get
5. 1 to screw in the light bulb, and 4 to relate to the experience. Okay, how do you know when a Teamster dies?
How?
The donut drops out of his hand.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Sure, Mother.
Don't you think you've told enough old jokes and had enough of this?
This here is champagne.
No, this here is compensation, overcompensation. Now, why don't you just settle down, have some coffee, and we'll sort of cool.
Mother, I am not overcompensating here.
All right, you're drowning your sorrows. It's obvious and it's embarrassing. I want you to stop for your sake.
I've just had the biggest day of my career. And I'm celebrating. And I'm going to continue celebrating. Hey, Logan! Logan, you remember this one? Come on, let's dance.
But you can control yourself. I know that this is a tough situation for you.
You think I'm losing control, Mother?
Were you calling me?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm feeling guilty, James.
Guilty?
Yes, and as if that isn't enough, I'm feeling jealous now, too.
What's the guilt about?
Ridge had a big showing today, and I promised him I'd be there.
And the jealousy?
Brooke.
I could give you the standard lecture on guilt, but you certainly don't need that.
Oh, I need something.
All right. Let's say you have a child, and he has a big show at school, and you promise to be there and you don't show up. I can understand you feeling guilty about that. But Ridge isn't a child.
Yes, but this was a big personal accomplishment for him, and I should have shared it with him.
I'm sure you should, but he knows that.
But I wasn't there.
It wasn't like you didn't show up deliberately. There was a reason for that, Taylor.
It's true.
You were two people in love. Surely there is room for understanding.
Well, I like to think that there is.
You'd like to think that there is. Well, if there's no understanding, then there is no marriage.
James, there's a lot more involved here. Ridge and I have not been communicating very well.
What's the point?
The point is that we're both under a great deal of stress. We're not being sensitive to each other's needs. My not showing up is just an indication of that.
Then you get on the phone and you tell him how sorry you are. And you tell him that as soon as you get back to LA, you both go off together, just the two of you, even just for a weekend, and you sort out your problem.
That's exactly what I wanted to tell him when I talked to him.
Why didn't you?
Because he was in the middle of the showing and he couldn't.
Well, did he arrange to talk to you later?
He doesn't want to talk to me now until I'm ready to come home.
Then he's behaving like a child, and that excuses you from treating him like an adult. I suggest you get on with your life and you wait for him to call you.
How could I do that when I know he's out partying with Brooke all night?
Can't you see what he's doing to you? He's back in L.A., surrounded by adulation and victory. It's his big night. He has tons of support. You, on the other hand, are here alone, except for me. Now, who's in the position to feel really badly? It's not Ridge. It's you. He knows it, and he is taking advantage of it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look, this is a business trip. It's not a party, for God's sake. It's unfair of him to treat you this way.
You're right.
Look, you can call him in the morning. I'm sure you can straighten this out.
What about tonight?
And tonight, you'll just have to trust him.
Like I've always said, it's Brooke I don't trust.
Oh, that's nonsense. Ridge makes his own decisions. If he chooses to be indiscreet with Brooke, then he's responsible for it.
Thanks.
But he won't be indiscreet. Because he has an incredibly beautiful wife. She's the heart of an angel and the soul of a goddess. And he won't risk losing that beautiful wife. He's not that stupid.
That's very sweet.
No, that's very true.
You're right. I really don't have a choice. He is my husband. He's my lover. He's my best friend. I better be able to trust him. If I can't believe in Ridge, who else can I believe in?
What are you up to tonight, Taylor? Alone in Scotland with a man you admire more than anyone. Staying in the same room with him?
Ridge, what are you doing out here alone?
Just taking a break from the crowd.
Enough of that. We need you in one piece tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Phone calls, interviews, media coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on. It's gonna be fun.
I guess so.
You've really gone through hell lately, haven't you?
You know what I've been going through, Logan.
So in love with her.
She's my wife. I never, ever thought that something like this would happen to us, Logan. Never.
Ridge, nothing has happened yet. You've got to hang on to that.
Hang on to it, and then what? No, Logan, I've got to be more realistic here. I'm really setting myself up to be hurt. Look, thank you, but I know what's going on in Scotland.
No, you don't, Ridge. You don't. Look, there's something that you and I have to do soon.
Yeah, what's that?
We have to talk about the future of Forrester.
Future?
As in who's going to control it. I'm seriously thinking about giving the company back to your father.
Why, you